Hi guys, Geoffrey here. So in this video, I'm going to try something a bit different than what I've done in many of my other videos. And I'm going to show you a sneak peek into one of my coaching calls that I have with one of my existing clients in the Relationships Revival program. And the purpose behind why I'm trying to show you this is to show you that in order for you to save your relationship, you have to understand the principles, because in your relationship, you're going to be faced with millions upon millions of different possible iterations of how interactions or conversations will go. And if you don't understand the principles behind something and you only understand the tactics, you'll always be blindsided and always be confused, always be caught off guard by the many interactions that you will face. And only when you can understand the principles here can you actually start to improvise and dance your way around many conversations. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I'm getting my clients to use the understanding of the principles to start dancing around how they start conversations. And when they get the resistance that they will eventually get because of the confirmation bias, how they dance around those tough resistances that their partner gives them, maybe some tough truths and so on, how they essentially can dance through the whole conversation. And this could be a long conversation. I want to show you here that once you understand the principles, there is no conversation, no resistance, no tough truth, no instance that is too difficult where you cannot dance in that conversation. You can dance in 100% of your conversations once you understand the principles. And I know this video is going to be a bit longer than usual, but I think you'll find many great nuggets of information here in this video. So if you are really serious about getting some actual results in saving your relationship and becoming the better person who can become a better leader in the relationship, I would stick around to the very end to make sure I don't miss anything here. And I want to apologize in advance also for the audio quality in some parts of this video. We recorded this coaching call not knowing that we will make it into a YouTube video, so the audio quality is not going to be as good as what we have it right now, for example. But I don't want you to get lost in the audio quality and not let the message get lost. And again, remember that the client that I'm speaking with here have gone through the program already, and he's familiar with a lot of the key principles behind everything that we talked about. So you're going to hear a lot of scripts, a lot of examples of how to execute these principles in real life. Don't use them as scripts. Seek to understand the principles and understand how to improvise it to your own situation. Now, if you're new to this channel, my name is Geoffrey, and I help men in long-term relationships or in marriages with the right skills, with the right knowledge as well, to be able to design a thriving relationship for yourself. So if you want more content on this topic, then be sure to subscribe to this channel and also click that bell button as well to be notified when I post new videos every single week. And before I begin this video, I also want to let you know that the free masterclass on the 5 proven steps to rebuilding your relationship from the ground up is still open. So if you want to join the masterclass, or if you want to submit your application for our Relationships Revival program, then be sure to stick around to the very end of this video for the announcement on how you can join that masterclass. Good, man. How are you?
Super blessed, brother. Super blessed. Thank you.
I'm not sure what the question is here. You said, after her and I spent the weekend together, I would like to know the best way to ask her what she thinks and feels after spending our time together, and the next time she would like to get together again.
Yes, sir. So
let me ask you first, what do you think?
Yes. My question is, I did an acid test, and I need to figure out where I am in the process to help continue the growth. So I was wondering if you could help give me some insight to figure out what step I'm in so that I can continue that progress.
Let me put this back on you first.
Sure.
Learn the principles so you can be self-sustainable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So I want to hear you at least put an effort.
Yes, sir.
You're trying to figure this out yourself, because I think you know the answer.
Excellent.
But I think
right.
you haven't actually taken the time to actually look at it yourself. So let me put it back on you first. Okay,
yes,
so let me put it back on you first then. How do you think? What principles should you go by? How do you think you should approach this?
Not right now. Let's see here. So I've been following the blueprints, I've been following the steps, and I've been creating emotional safety, psychological safety, and we have that, and our conversations have been going, fairly well in progress. And
so hold on, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go back to the principle here again, that safety gets destroyed from the bottom up.
Okay.
So it's not about what she's expressing to you, but what about what she's not expressing to you?
Correct.
So when you say you have emotional safety and psychological safety, are you 100% sure?
There's some. It's not in like a overwhelming abundance, but she's opening up a lot more. She's expressing things about her, the ex-husband, the kids, the restaurant, the business, you know, a little more delicate situations where some things that you wouldn't share. And after our time together this past weekend, which was amazing, thanks to you, by the way, she compared me to her mom in a good way, like that she would only feel comfortable staying in someone's house if it was me or her mom. So, you know, I'm in that elevated category, which is great. So there's some of that. However, when I did my acid test yesterday, you know, I said, can we take a nap together? And she's in Colorado, I'm in Arizona, so not possible. But she replied with, I took a 10-minute nap, you know? So she's not, and when I talk about like, hey, you know, you gotta hurry up and come back because we have to go eat Old Pecking and I'm really craving it. So, you know.
So again, the principle.
Okay.
So I want you to figure this out by yourself because I think
I
you know
do
the answer,
too.
right?
I'm so close. I can.
Yeah, I'm just trying to jog your thoughts along, right? Again,
Thank you.
what it means to like think by principles. So again, we know here that it's not about the 99 things she's expressing, it's about the one thing she's not.
Correct. And that's what I can smell. And I smell that she's not expressing
Not
that.
expressing something. There's something missing there.
Yes.
Do you believe also that you have built the skills, the mindsets and the frameworks to be able to say to her, there's no reason why you shouldn't feel safe with me?
To ask her that?
Like, do you believe that internally? Like,
in my heart,
you do.
Yes, sir. Right? In my heart, I've been working on detaching from the outcome, which I've noticed has been a major problem of mine, leaning into resistance when she does bring something up, and really digging deep to find the root core of the issue that she's expressing.
Good.
So those three right there, I noticed were my lack points. But yes, in my heart, I feel and believe that I'm ready. The only thing literally that I need right now is more money. If, you know, because where I'm going, my ultimate goal is to move in together.
Let's not get too far out, right? Again, I want you to make this simple for yourself.
Thank you.
Again,
thank you.
Things are in the program because they're important. If it's not in the program, it's not important. The reason why we don't talk about money, all these things, because it's not fucking important.
Got you, Geoffrey. Thank you.
So again, I'm sure you've seen this many times by now, right?
Yeah. What do we got here? Action.
Intention.
Intention.
Okay. So you want her, basically, the action that you want is for her to express herself to you.
Yes, to be a little more open about how she feels about she's already expressed, you know, not ready for a relationship, etc.
Exactly. So what is the point of the campaigns?
The point of the campaigns is to dig deep and discover the true root causes, the true areas of maybe lack of trust, safety, space, and also to discover things like that. So
okay, so let's take a look at this first. So this is about her actions right now. This is her actions. Right? Her actions need to express more. Okay.
Okay.
Why do you think she's not expressing more?
There's an area where she is not feeling emotional safety, psychological safety, and or maybe a lack of connection. That's exactly where I'm at right now, which you can obviously see, which is why we're on this path.
Okay.
And I'm providing the space, like you said, making the house nice. You know, I'm not like trying to force her in, throw her inside. I want to make the house nice, blah, 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 and all that. So, she is,
right. So she's, the intention she has is to protect.
Yes. Herself.
Right.
And the kids. Yes.
But this intention, and this intention is brought about by what assumption?
That the same old bullshit that I pulled in the past is going to happen again. So confirmation bias.
Okay. Same old we know. Right?
Yes.
Oh, great. We're getting somewhere. Okay. The action that you want for her to do is need to express more. She doesn't want to because she needs to protect self.
Yes.
She needs to protect self because she still thinks you're the same old Reno. Are you the
Yes.
same old Reno?
Hell no. Hell
Hell,
no.
right? Hell no. So
Hell
here,
no.
the wrong assumptions that she's making is causing
Hmm.
her to make the wrong intention. And the wrong
Okay.
intention is causing the wrong action, right?
Yes.
What is the point of the frameworks?
To clarify and to show her a new perspective that I'm not the same old person, which,
Exactly. Because
yes,
you're trying to get her from here to,
A to B,
right,
express
to
self. Yes.
New Reno. So
Yes.
here we're trying to get her to go, oh, my assumption about same old Reno is wrong. He's actually New Reno. I need to express myself with the intention to express myself, and I need to express more, the new action, right?
Yes, sir.
How do we do that?
Using that is my precise question. And I already know the answer. You're right, which is frameworks, blueprints, and campaigns. The campaigns I'm failing on because
Okay.
I don't
So
have it. Go ahead.
Now we need to just understand what tools do we have in our disposal,
A
right?
plethora,
We
all of
have,
them.
yeah, we have a plethora, right? We have the paraphrase clarify is one.
Hmm.
We have hypothesis antithesis. We have old self, new self.
Hmm.
What would you use right now?
All of them. All of them. I want to
Okay, let's use all of
paraphrase.
them
I
then.
want to.
Let's use all
Okay.
of
I
them.
want to
How can we
paraphrase.
use all of them?
Paraphrase, clarify. What was the
Come on,
second one?
you're gonna know this stuff. You're gonna know this stuff in the back of your head.
Exactly, and I'm doing my best to make it second nature, using it with coworkers, etc. Every interaction.
We can use paraphrase clarify. Again, the purpose of paraphrase clarify is whenever we have an observation.
Excellent. So bring it up, right? That feeling, like, hey, I'm feeling this feeling.
Not just
Observation.
you, it's her too.
Excellent. Right. I can see that you're kind of feeling this feeling of apprehension.
Right.
So I noticed you're feeling a little more apprehensive about talking about visiting and things again. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about what you're feeling, and these next words, I don't know how to express. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about what you're feeling about us, about being back together, about what,
What you just paraphrased. About what you just paraphrased. I noticed you've been feeling a bit apprehensive about sharing with me sometimes. Tell me more about that.
Okay. Yes. Can you tell me more about that? Thank you. And I know this
Okay,
is easy, like,
okay, so let's take a look at the hypothesis antithesis. Hypothesis antithesis should sound like this. In my thinking, in my perspective, there's really no reason why you couldn't feel safe with me. You can tell me everything you want to tell me. You can tell me
so I
everything you want
can't
to
say
tell me.
that.
Yeah. But I guess maybe you're not in the same position. Maybe you're not there yet right now. I guess tell me what you're missing here. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not understanding something of how I'm being perceived, perhaps. Tell me more. So the principle behind this is whenever you feel like something is happening that shouldn't be happening,
Okay.
perfect time to use for hypothesis antithesis.
Excellent. That's what I was missing. So when
Now,
something is
yeah,
amiss, I
when
gotta
something is
write all
missed,
this down.
whether you are disagreeing about something, or whether you feel like she should be telling you more, but she's not. Now let's go deeper into old self, new self.
Old self, new self is great. So after paraphrase, clarify, hypothesis, antithesis, now using old self, new self. So I'm just gonna role play, and you, of course, do your master steps. So old self, new self. I realized in the past I made a lot of mistakes. I made you feel unsafe. I made you, not be able to trust me. And those are a lot of habits, which I have used old self, new self in our conversations. There's a lot of habits that are part of my old self that I've gotten rid of. I worked past. I saw my areas that I was wrong in. And my new self has been constructing more towards, gratitude, happiness, inner work. How does that
Yep.
sound?
Yep. So just to summarize here, right, for you as well, that sounds good. So to shift her from red to green, we need to
Yes.
go either use paraphrase plus clarify.
Yes.
We can use hypothesis, antithesis. We can use old self, new self, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you said here that old self, new self should come after these both these things, right?
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
So let's see this in action.
Okay.
So you want her to go from assuming the old Reno to assuming the new Reno.
Yes.
Can you try to figure out a way to use paraphrase and clarify and also hypothesis and antithesis together to start this campaign?
This is level 2 skill. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So using
Try it.
paraphrase, clarify, hypothesis, and thesis
Let's try
together.
it. Yeah, I want to see it.
Okay. I've noticed that you're still feeling a bit apprehensive about sharing a couple things with me. And it kind of feels like there's something missing. And I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about that, because what I'm thinking is that, you know, you might not entirely still trust me, but my thinking is you have no reason, you know, not to trust me. You know, and I want to know more about what you think, because from what I can tell, I'm messing up here.
No, you're very close. You're very good. The
Oh,
only thing
thank
that's
you.
missing is the antithesis part right here.
Exactly. I
So,
missed that.
so just to show you what I would do, how I would say it, right?
Yes.
Hey, Lorena, right?
Yes.
Hey, Lorena, I notice sometimes, you know, there's sometimes when you're open with me, but there's sometimes when you feel like a bit closed off. Perhaps maybe you think here that there are some things you can easily express, but there's some things where if you express it, you're not comfortable because you're not sure how I might react, or you might not sure like how it's gonna bite you in the ass later because things have bit you in the ass quite a bit in the past, you know?
Right.
I mean, tell me more about that. Is that kind of how you feel right now?
Okay.
She says, yeah. And then I go, okay, well, I guess in my perspective here, there's really no reason for you to feel like you can ever feel like you can't talk to me. I feel like I've transformed to this person, which I can take anything really. So I really feel like there's really nothing that you shouldn't feel safe talking to me about.
Excellent.
But I realize that you're not in that position yet. You're still kind of iffy whether you should express something to me or not, or iffy even about coming closer to my life, to me. So I guess tell me what I'm missing here. Tell me, maybe I'm not understanding something about how you perceive me, perhaps. I mean, tell me more about that.
Can you help me? Can you help me to discover what's missing here? What I'm missing
Exactly.
from here?
Exactly. How come you're not seeing the new Reno, right?
I know she is.
And you bounce around the conversation,
Okay.
3 and 4, let her respond. And with her
Yes.
response, unless the response is a definite yes, go back into paraphrase and clarify or hypothesis antithesis and discover more. Keep dancing around the conversation, right? Keep dancing.
Okay.
I mean, she might say, for example, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know. I just don't feel safe. So you can paraphrase and clarify again. You can say, you know, you can be creative here. Paraphrase and clarify. So you can say, yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of moments in my life too where like someone has made it really difficult for me to talk to them. And yeah, it's like, I can't really pinpoint what the issue is, but whenever I'm around them, I just feel like I'm just on a blank. And I can't say anything anymore. I have no ideas. I'm just a dud.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of how you feel, right? It's like you don't know why, but you just know you shut down. Is that kind of how you feel?
Okay. Is that how you
You know what I
feel?
mean?
You know you should. Yes.
You just gotta know these tools. Then at the end, when you start to like figure out, okay, I think I fully understand where you're coming from. I think I made you feel understood. Then you go old self, new self. Do you mind if I tell you my perspective?
Yes. Which
That's how
is
you
step
dance.
5. That's beautiful, Geoffrey. Thank you. And old self, new self. Hypothesis, antithesis, I can really expand in. And that's going to be my area where I pinpoint the issue that is she's still feeling apprehensive. Because again, when I say the thing of, hey, you know, I can't wait for you to visit again, or I'm really looking forward next time you visit, because, you know, we got to go eat Old Pekin and I'm craving it. And she'll just kind of like, she'll make this noise. She'll go, and that's
all
it.
these testing that you're doing is not doing you much good, right?
Okay.
Because it's the reason why we don't say testing is important.
Right.
Because I want you to get to the meat of the conversation, which is, I noticed that you are hot and cold. Use the tools in your arsenal. I gave you a hammer, I gave you a screwdriver, I gave you a drill.
Yes.
Don't use a scythe. Use the tools I gave you.
Thank you.
Right?
Yes. I love that. Thank you. This is exactly what I needed. So where I'm coming from is, let me know if this is true or not, but I'm not trying to rock the boat. I don't want to, call her out on her emotions and make her feel like she's on the spot. So is that a good thing, a bad thing? Do I tread softly here?
And again, so this is action, intention, assumption on her side. This can apply to your side, right? So
yes,
you can say action here is you bring up convo, right? You bring up the convo. Your intention, your good intention is what? To create safety for her. Your assumption here is that you're the new Reno. You can do that. But again, she can't see your intention. She can only see your action. So, but she looks at your actions and misunderstands your intention.
Yes.
She thinks being annoying.
Yes.
She thinks your intention is being annoying. Because assumption is you're the same old Reno. How do we get her from here to here?
Right there.
Hypothesis, antithesis, old self, new self.
Yes. Thank you, brother.
It seems like you feel a bit resistant right now when I bring up this conversation. I can sense here that you think I'm maybe trying to be annoying. I can sense here that maybe you assume that I'm still the old Reno and having the same old intention. Is that kind of how you feel?
Great.
I feel like this conversation should be quite easy, could be quite simple, and should be seen as me actually trying to, create safety for you and make things easier for you. But maybe it's not seen that way. Tell me more about that. Again, the framework can be used to start a campaign. And when you get a resistance, it can be used to push the resistance and turn that resistance from negative to positive. Same mechanism.
She already knows I want to get back in a relationship with her. That's obvious, right?
Yeah, I mean, you wanting to does not mean you're needing to, does not mean you're manipulative.
Exactly.
Like if you want to get her back, it does not mean, if you have the intention to get her back, it does not mean that you can also have the intention to grow yourself for the sake of growing yourself.
And growing myself is always first and foremost, no matter what, which is detachment from outcome, and right. So dig in, paraphrase, clarify, hypothesis, antithesis.
So again, that was the coaching call that I had with one of my clients, and I hope this really showed you how to use the principles to dance around in many different conversations. And what you must realize here is that, people don't seek my help until their situation is dire. And so a lot of you may be thinking, oh, my situation is different. Here's why my circumstance is different. But really, no one's circumstance is really different. Once you understand the principles and you understand the principles behind resistance, whether it's stonewalling or gaslighting, you will start to understand how to dance around it as well. And if you want to learn the exact same steps that this client has used and hundreds of my clients have used as well to save their relationship from a very hopeless situation to a place where it's thriving, then you can join me in my masterclass right above my head here, also down below this video. And if you want to submit your application for our program, you can do so at the end of this video as well. And if you're looking for a guide here that can show you one of the frameworks that we have in our program that allows you to deal with conversations a bit better, then you can also download the guide I have for you above my head or also down below this video. And finally, if you want to join a free community where a member of my team can help you out and gain some clarity into your situation, you can also join my free Facebook group down below this video. And so if you have any questions or points that you need me to clarify, feel free to leave a comment underneath this video. I would love to hear from you. And if you found this video to be helpful and valuable, then click that like button. It really helps the channel out. And also subscribe to this channel for more content like this one. In the meantime, I will give you these 2 other videos here with more skills, with more knowledge to be able to allow you to design a thriving relationship for yourself. For now, I will see you in the next video.